Welcome back to our channel. This video is another garden tour. We have been doing a couple garden tours on our channel this year because we have had a hard year in our garden in order to produce enough food to be a market farm to take our produce to the farmer's market, really. So what we decided to do this year was kind of take a step back and look at what others have done and think about what we can replicate. And this garden tour is kind of one that's a little bit more meaningful to us because this is a garden tour of our previous neighbor, who is an older gentleman that taught us a lot about gardening and was kind of a big inspiration and kind of got us kicked off on this gardening itch, I guess I will say. He is currently 94 years old and he has so much knowledge, and we just wanted to go back to that previous property where we no longer live. He still lives over in that neighborhood, and just kind of take a tour of what he has growing this year and pick his brain a little bit more. And he was gracious enough to allow us to film while we went to visit him. We wanted to put this video out there because there's just so much to learn from people who have been doing this for so long, and they just have like a plethora of knowledge, and sometimes we don't tap into that in general, and I just think we should more. So that's part of the reason that we decided to do this video. And he takes us along and shows us what he is growing this year. Pretty impressive, especially that he is 94 years old and he's still up and working every day, getting his garden growing. Back when we used to be neighbors, he grew so much food. It was so impressive to us, and it was kind of where we got our gardening itch from, when we realized how much food he could grow on his smaller piece of property compared to, you know, the size of property we're trying to grow on now. And he inspired us, and then we started growing a lot of food, and then we didn't know what to do with it. So then that's how the market garden kind of started. But we're going to take you along to his garden in this video. We are here with our previous neighbor, Bud.
Yeah.
And he has an amazing garden that kind of inspired us many years ago.
Yeah.
We used to be next door neighbors. And Bud, can you maybe tell me a little bit about how long you've lived here and the background?
Well, I moved in here in 1962, on 1st of June 1962, and have been gardening ever since.
That's a lot of history and a lot of knowledge.
I worked for the state for 35 years, or 31 years.
Yeah.
And then I quit that and gardened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And you've grown so many different things back here.
I have, yeah, we used to have all kinds of garden. Just about everything you can think about.
Yeah.
Cabbage and corn, potatoes.
So this was your parents' house, right? Is that what you said before?
Yeah, they lived here with me, yeah.
Okay. And you said your mom only planted things if she could eat them. At one point you told us that.
She was a gardener, and we had all of that over there in garden, and she'd garden, and she sold quite a bit of stuff. Cucumbers, beans, whatever she had, tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she loved gardening. She was from the South.
Okay.
From Tennessee.
Okay.
Was my stepmom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And of course my dad was here till he passed away in 77.
You've had a lot of time where you've been growing stuff here, and like that's a lot of years of gardening. When were you born?
I was born 1930.
1930?
Yeah, March the 31st, 1930.
Yeah. And it's keeping you young.
It's keeping me young.
Yeah, you're out here working all the time still.
Yeah, I work every day. I get up early in the morning and work till about 9. When it gets hot, then I quit. Now, I used to be able to work a little longer, but when you're 95, you can't do it.
I don't blame you.
You just can't do it.
Would you mind touring us around? Because we're really where we got the gardening itch from when we started. We used to live right next door, and you inspired us. So we would love to take a tour of what you have growing this year.
Okay, that'd be great. I'll let you see all of my weeds.
You know, we have a lot too.
Do you?
Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah, I'm out every morning, and I have to work on my knees because I can't see the weeds. Not only that, my back gives out, so I just get on my knees. I crawl from that end to this one. I can't see from this end that way for some reason, but I can from the other end.
But you made it work.
That works fine.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
Your rhubarb was always something that I really admired when we lived
Has
here.
this grows huge.
Yeah.
And it was this year. It was just really big.
What do you make with your rhubarb?
I make sort of a jam out of it.
Yep.
I use rhubarb and cherry pie filling or blueberry pie filling and a packet of sugar gel.
Oh, okay.
And that's all it takes. It makes really good jelly.
Yeah, that's a good one to keep in mind. The onions look great this year. What variety do you grow? Do you know?
Those are candy. They're made for the Montana climate.
Okay.
And they really grow great.
Okay.
I grow them every year. So
Yeah.
usually have.
Do you start those from seed?
No, I order the plants. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I get the plants.
Who do you buy those through?
From say I used to get them from Gurney. Now I get them from Jung.
Okay.
Yeah, order from Jung. I've been ordering my seed from Jung now for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So, and they have good seed. They're not too bad.
Cool. What? I see tomatoes back there. What?
I've got tomatoes. I've got Celebrity and Big Beef and Gurney Girl.
Okay.
And they're all, the Gurney Girl are early, Celebrities, and they don't grow very tall, but, and then the Big Beef, they have nice big tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
nice. They're looking good.
Yeah.
Nice green color.
But I haven't had any. I think my nephew said yesterday he saw one turning red. They should be ripe pretty soon.
Yeah. Where we are, we feel like everything's behind at our house. Do you feel like you're doing okay, or do you feel like you're behind?
Oh, everything's behind this year.
Yeah.
It's because it was so cold in the spring, and then the hot weather. That hot weather is terrible.
Did you get that frost June 19th?
Got frost in June.
Yeah.
Which we used to always get frost in June out here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. When we first moved here, we could depend on the frost. It froze biggest part of our garden one year on June the 13th. And so you just never can tell.
Yeah. So okay, that's good information to have, for long term.
Yeah.
And then beets. You grow red beets?
I got beets. They're the Detroit Red.
Okay.
And then I have a few carrots at the end.
Nice.
And then I have peppers.
Yep.
Those are King of the North, I think they are. And then I have a few beans at the end of the row.
So the beans that you grow have you been growing that same kind for years?
I've been growing them for a long time. Did I give you seed?
You did, and we still use your seed.
Still use them. I plant those every year.
What variety is it? I've been dying to know. Do you know?
I'll think about it.
Okay. We don't know either, so we've nicknamed them Bud's Beans because we don't know what they are.
I know what the name is, but right now I can't think.
Okay.
So,
do you still save seed and continue to grow them every year, the same ones?
Oh yeah, I grow. Well, last year I grew just a bunch over there that I saved just for seed, and then I have a couple of rows up there.
Oh yeah, I see your other rows.
But I plant them for my family gets most of the stuff in the garden. I can't use it.
Yep.
So I grow stuff for them.
Oh, nice. That's very nice to be able to do that.
And I
for
have
your family.
cucumbers. And I don't know if you've ever grown this type.
What type is it?
These are Sweet Success.
We did last year, didn't we, John?
Yeah.
Yep. You see
and they have.
I love that system, and then they hang down.
They have like long, nice cucumbers.
Yeah. But then you have to crawl in there and get them.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot on the outside, too.
Okay.
And I have a couple of zucchini, and I think I have one in there about 2 foot long now.
I bet you do.
Yeah,
those are very thriving-looking plants.
They grow. I started those from seed.
Yep.
And, well, I put them in my tires every year. I have a tire that I put them in, and I cover them so they get a good. I take it off of them after they get going and get them an early start.
Yeah, so
I had them planted and they didn't frost this year.
Okay, so in the spring you put a tire around them. That is a great idea. Do you cover the tire during the night?
I have a tire which I cut off a rim around one side.
Okay.
And then I staple plastic on there, clear plastic. And then I turn the cut side down of the tire, and then I lay the top, makes it kind of a dome top.
Neat.
And it works great for
That's a great idea to
Yeah,
get some early
yeah,
zucchini.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll copy that one probably.
Yeah, it works really great.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah, because
idea.
you get them out at early start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because zucchini is one of those staples that's so nice to have early, especially, and then you
Well,
have too much of it.
I grow them and I can't even see them in there. But when I need one, I just have to feel around and hope that I can find one. But there's a lot in there now. So.
Yeah, so that's just 2 plants. Those are huge.
Well, I have 3 plants in each
Oh, in each
bunch.
little
Yeah.
pod.
Yeah, I
Okay.
usually start 3 seeds. I think that my nephew says
Oh my.
there's
I do see a couple big ones.
there's a huge one in here. He said, but I can't see him.
Do you want that out of there?
No,
Okay.
I have a sister-in-law. She'll be, unless you want some, you can take all you want.
We have zucchini.
Or if you want cucumbers, you can have cucumbers. Because I've got plenty of them.
We are finally able to grow cucumbers. For the longest time, we couldn't. I see you have potatoes over here next.
And then I have 2 rows of potatoes. These are potatoes here. They're russets. And there should be a lot of potatoes in there.
Yeah, so they're all russets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And do those keep throughout the winter for you?
Oh yeah, they keep all winter long. Yeah.
Do you keep them anywhere special to store them that long?
I keep them I have a room in my garage that I keep heated. So I keep all my canned goods, all the potatoes, onions, and my dahlia bulbs.
Okay.
I keep those all in my can room.
Well, good. And then do you start the same potatoes next year?
No, I usually buy because they don't work good by using and I spend more on potato seed than I would spend on potatoes all year.
Yeah, that kind of happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then corn, what variety are you growing this year?
Well, I can't tell you because I'd have to look it up in my book. When I ordered seeds this spring, my nephew was here from Denver, and I had him to order the plants for me, the seed, because I can't see the book. And he picked out corn. It wasn't what I thought I was going to get. Okay. But I think some of it's already about ready to eat.
I see that. You have nice ears on there.
Oh, yeah, there's some nice ears.
Yeah, those look great.
I kind of let it get dry on both ends because when I watered, I didn't water good on it. But anyway, the corn will soon be ready.
I remember for a while there you were growing gotta have it corn.
Yeah, I had there was a corn that I got from South Carolina. Okay. Which was a real good sweet corn. Well, I quit getting books, and then they quit selling the corn.
Oh.
So.
Okay, so you had to change.
So then and last year I grew Golden Sunglow.
Okay. Did you like that one?
Yeah, it was okay. It's kind of early. Best thing you can do is get as early as you can. Because otherwise, sometimes it won't make it. Yeah. But I start mine in the greenhouse.
Oh, do you
plant my seeds in vermiculite.
Yep.
About 10 days before I plant them, and then I transplant the plants.
Okay.
And that's a job.
I bet. Yeah, we've transplanted corn before too, and it's nice to get it.
But they always, usually they don't. So far, I haven't any to freeze yet, but they could, possibly. But.
Well, I'm glad they didn't get frosted this year.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Will you show us some of your flowers, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So something else we admired when we lived here were your apple trees. And you were already saying that they're just deteriorating.
Look how terrible that was. Oh. This is one of my nicest trees.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether to cut it down or try to trim it. Apple tree on the end, it has quite a few apples. Yeah. It's about the only one. Well, the one down by the house has some, but it's got a lot of dead limbs in it too.
Your flowers are always something else that we really admired.
Well,
they're gorgeous.
They do.
I loved your rock work over there too. That's been there a while, hasn't it?
This? Oh yeah. These big ones are dahlias.
They're gorgeous.
This one is a canna. And I have never grown these before.
Wow.
So I have.
Pretty.
I think they're just one blooming. Then I grew all of these are the wave petunias. Yeah. I use these, most of them are the mixtures. I just buy a mixed package of petunias. And then I buy the purple wave, which is for that tree.
That tree is so cool.
It's much better this year than it was last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been growing in that for a long time.
This is it's called a classic purple wave. and it feels out pretty good.
They're gorgeous. And you
Yeah.
start a lot of the seeds in that greenhouse still?
I start all the seeds in the
Everything.
greenhouse.
Yep.
Yeah, I start all of my flowers,
Uh-huh.
my tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers,
Nice.
squash, corn.
Are the grapes still producing?
My
Right behind the
grapes
tree tower
all
there?
died this past winter.
Oh,
And what you see on there is new growth.
okay.
They they just died back. And I had planned to cut that all out. Now it's completely covered.
Well, they
So,
popped back.
and I don't think there's any grapes on it though.
Those have been established there for a long time,
Oh,
right?
they've been there for years.
Yeah.
But it's strange. They all, like everything else, they all died.
Yep. You know, sometimes growing in Montana is hard, right? The
It
winter.
used to be worse. It used to be colder.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not as cold now as it used to be.
And that's good to hear from you, you know,
It's,
so we can realize to learn from the past a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we really do thank you for sharing your garden with us.
Oh,
And
you're welcome anytime.
yeah,
Just come out and enjoy it.
it's
I
gorgeous
don't know
as
about
always.
next year, but who knows? Nobody knows about next
Nobody
year anyway.
knows. Nobody knows. And thanks for checking out this video. We really are inspired still by learning from people who have just a lot of knowledge. So
Yeah, well, I've appreciated knowing you too.
yeah, we've liked knowing you
Yeah.
too.